Hi guys, welcome to LDFS. I'm Dr. Lakshmy. Today we'll be discussing about three common mistakes which we make while we open the clinic. And before we proceed further, kindly like and subscribe us and share with maximum dentists as possible, especially the junior dentist who has just opened the clinic or are planning to open clinic in near future. It will help them a lot. Thank you so much in advance for doing it. So when we open clinic, there are a lot of mistakes which we do. When we learn from our mistakes and move on, today we'll be discussing three of such mistakes so that you won't make those mistakes in your time. We have done those trial and error methods and then we have learned that I would really love if the future dentists don't make those mistakes. That's why we came up with this video. The first thing is hiring cheap talent rather than the right talent. Now, let me explain this further. When we start our clinic, we want to keep the cost as low as possible. We want to find a place where the rent is less. We want to invest in the clinic, but not investing too much also. So we are very much particular about the cost or how much the money we are putting into the clinic. And for that reason, we what we do is when we are hiring people, maybe it's receptionist or a dentist or anybody, we try and search for somebody who is very cheap for like they we don't want to give much salary, but it will affect us a lot in the long run. Hiring a right talent is more important, but when we hire a right talent, we may have to pay more. So we usually compromise and then hire a cheap talent. I'll tell you the problems. I'll give you an example. Imagine in your area, in your city, your patient flow is English speaking, Hindi speaking, and few local speaking public. Now, when you're hiring a receptionist who is the first person to interact with these people, you thought of hiring a cheaper one. You were just starting clinic, so you wanted to keep the cost less. So you hired a lady who is good, very good in the local language, but she is terrible with English and Hindi. Now imagine in the long run what will happen. Patients will come, they'll have their first interaction with the receptionist. Usually it's like that, right? They'll first interact with the receptionist, tell their problem, tell their issues, book an appointment or anything. For everything, they'll interact first with the receptionist. And if the patient has like knows only English or Hindi, the receptionist won't be able to handle that patient nicely. She will somehow try to understand what the patient is saying and say something in reply, and the patient will also find it difficult to interact with her. So, the first impression which is created in the patient's mind is already in a very negative side. Now, in these process or in these scenarios, usually what we do is we come forward and help the receptionist understand what the patient is saying, or we may directly interact with the patient because we are starting clinic. We don't have usually too much patience, so we'll start interacting with the patient. But imagine you are inside doing a root canal. You can't come outside and talk to the patient, right? You can't help her in all the scenarios. So at that time, she may have to manage it by herself. That will be difficult because that will create a bad impression in the patient's mind also. The patient is not able to express, the patient is not able to understand what the receptionist is saying. And then the patient has to wait just to get a reply of what he has asked about. Maybe he has asked about a small thing like what is the cost of root canal, or maybe something else, something like the timing, or maybe he wants to ask about a specific question regarding his daughter's teeth, something like that. He has to wait now until you are free, you will come outside and then have a chat. And it is difficult for you to come outside during when you're doing some treatment. So in this scenario, what happened was we have compromised the first impression of our clinic in the patient's mind for the salary which we are paying. So when we compromise somewhere, like when we are hiring somebody and giving less money, and we are okay to compromise on the other skill sets which are actually required for that job, then you will suffer by that consequences, because either the patient won't have a good experience, or the for every process you may have to interfere in between, you may have to micromanage everything. Imagine she's taking a follow up for a patient who is speaking English on phone. How will it be? It will be very difficult for her, right? And that at that time you may have to interfere, and then you may have to take the call. So it creates a lot of pressure, it creates a lot of tension. The image which is created in the patient's mind is not so great. So we are compromising on so many things just because we hired a cheap talent, not the right talent. So because every right talent for any job, usually it will cost more, the salary will be more, it won't be cheap. So that is the first mistake which we all do usually. We try to hire somebody who is cheap, but not the right talent for the job. So rather than that, we should hire somebody who is right for the job, who has all the talents, all the requirements which you have listed for that particular kind of job, be it a receptionist or a dental assistant, anything. Kindly comment below and let us know how many of you have faced this issue, and then you thought of replacing that receptionist or something like that. How was it for you? Did you go through the same scenario? I would love to know that, and your feedback are really very valuable to us. So kindly comment below. Second is giving discounts. Now, many of us must have thought when we started the clinic that when we start clinic, that has become the new norm. That when we start clinic, we'll give discounts. Many patients will come, and later on, after a few months, we'll again hike up our prices, and then the success will come because we have already attracted so many patients. This kind of thinking is actually totally wrong. I'll tell you why. Because when we give discounts, people are coming, those patients are coming rather, who are price sensitive. They don't mind compromising on the quality of the treatment, but they mind the price of the treatment. And once you increase the price, these patients won't be interested in coming to your clinic for the treatment, and rather they will, if even if they come, they will ask for discounts. They'll ask for the price which they have paid few months back. They'll ask the discounts for all the other treatments also. So the strategy of attracting patient with the discount is always not a good option. It will end up in having a lot of issues, because because one day or the other, there's so many clinics opening around you. They will give a cheaper one, they will give a cheaper option. You won't be able to compete and give the cheapest price always, because always remember one thing: whenever you are giving discount, you are cutting on your profit. The cost is same, in fact it is rising every year, but the amount you are reducing in the price is the profit you are reducing, is the income which you are getting from your clinic you are reducing. So it's your salary which you are reducing. Think like that. Don't think that, okay, I'm reducing 500 only, that's it, I'm not reducing much. But that 500 which you are reducing is from the profit which you are getting, or the income which you are getting. That's all you have to pay. The material charges, the lab charges, the salary, everything you have to pay, the rent. You can't compromise. You can't say that, okay, I'll give you 500 less this month. Will they agree? No, right? Same scenario. So when you're giving discount, always remember you are giving discount from your pocket. Your income is reducing. And uh, the crowd which you attract by giving discounts is not the crowd you are targeting at, because later on you are planning to increase the prices. What the thought process is, when we are giving discount, patients are coming, patients are knowing us, and those patients, if they like our treatment, they will continue with us. That is the thought process. But trust me, out of 10, only maybe one will continue treatment with you, if he likes you very much. And even if he continues, He will ask discounts for every treatment he is doing in the clinic later on when you increase the price. So the mentality is, okay, this clinic has given us so much discount. They were giving 30% discount earlier. So why now? Why are they charging for 30% more? Why are they charging so much? The scaling maybe you have given for free. Now why are they charging per sitting? So that's the thought process. They feel, okay, if they can do it for free, why are they not doing it for free right now? They'll say, I'm your old patient, kindly continue doing it. And then the negotiation and everything will start. So it's not worth. It's better to price your treatment according to the value you are providing to the patient. So that is the second most common mistake which we all make. And this problem of discount is actually the created by dentist, and it is a problem for dentist, and it is a problem of dentist. So try to stay away from discount mailer. I call it discount mailer because everybody will start giving discount on something or the other. So just try to stay away from that. That is the second thing which I would say the mistake which is commonly made. Third thing is we neglect patient relation. We are so much, when we open clinic, we are so much into the treatment and everything. We focus so much on it, that the success of the treatment, the result of the treatment, how does it look, the aesthetics, everything. But what we forget is how to build the patient relation. I'm not saying the treatment is not important. Treatment is very much important. In fact, the most important thing in your clinic. But the patient relation is also important. We want them to have a good experience so that they'll come back again. Now, what do I mean by that is, let me explain it a little further to you. Patient relations can be improved by, the way patients are handled in the reception, in the waiting area, maybe during the appointment time, how the follow-ups are taken. There's so many things which contribute to the patient relation. How easily the appointments are scheduled, is there any waiting time? So many things. So when we focus only on treatment and we do not focus on the patient relation, the recurring or the rather the patient coming back to us is little less. Yes, they know that the treatment is very good. They'll say, you, the treatment is very good, but the appointment schedule, the problem is there, or maybe the waiting time is too much, I don't have so much time to wait, or something like that. But when you invest your time and money in improving the patient relation, they will be a loyal patient to us, and we want to build that loyal patient base, right? We want so many patients to come and stay with us for a long time. We don't want always the new patient should come, but we want new patients, but we want them to stay with us for long. That is our target. We don't, that is one of the reason why we want the success of the dental treatment, right? We want the success of dental treatment because we want them to come back to us. Similarly, when we concentrate so much on the treatment part, concentrate on the patient relation also. Don't neglect it. Invest time, invest your energy, and get it done from your staff, the follow-ups and etc etc. There's so many ways by which we can improve the patient relation. Few we have explained in our earlier videos. There's so many ideas which we have given, the waiting area and other things. There's so many ideas. So start investing in those ideas also. Just don't concentrate only on the treatment and only on improving that treatment part. Concentrate on the other parts also. That is the third most common mistake which we all make when we start a clinic. So I'll just give you a gist of the three things which are the common mistakes which we make while opening clinic. First is hiring cheap talent but not the right talent. Second is getting into the discount mailer. Third is we neglect the patient relation. I hope you liked today's video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe us, and send us a hi on this number, and we'll add you to the special broadcast list. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye.